you went to see the premiere? Were you at the premiere?
I was at the very first showing since I didn't get tickets for, originally there was a night showing.
For Clerks 3. Let's just say for Clerks 3.
Yes, Clerks 3.
For the movie Clerks 3, Kevin Smith, New Jersey's own Kevin Smith, he made Clerks 3 finally, and it was showing you where, in Red Bank?
Yeah, it was at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank.
So at the Count Basie Theater, I'm looking at this picture. They put a breaking news. AP Mike saw Clerks 3. This is what I'm scared of now. The makeup they did on the, what's his face there? Dante. It doesn't look like him.
I got a little story about that.
Well, so you went to Clerks 3. So they did it. They announced a screening that sold out.
Yeah, the nighttime show.
But then what did they add? A second one?
They added a matinee.
Oh, so you got to jump on those people.
Exactly.
I'm sure they must have been happy. They were supposed to see Clerks first, and then Kevin Smith slaps a matinee in there. Jump the gun.
Yeah.
So, look, this is what I want to say. I don't want to ruin Clerks 3 for anybody who wants to see Clerks 3. But I am excited that you saw Clerks 3, and I want to play this Clerks 3 game you're talking about.
Okay.
Well, this is all I would ask, Mike. Keep it vague. How was that fair?
True. Yeah. I'll keep it vague.
Yeah. Like, don't literally spoil the movie.
No.
Because you proposed that I try to guess what happens in Clerks 3.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, before we get into that point, and without giving anything away, what's your review of the movie?
Yeah, and this is no spoilers. I'll try to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Smith has entered his nostalgia phase. So I'm calling this movie Kevin Smith Nostalgia for Kevin Smith fans.
Uh-huh.
Because I give him credit for this. I mean, I don't know any other filmmaker who's sort of taken a fan base and just sort of worked them for their entire career. You know, I mean, he's got this thing, and God bless him. He got out of that convenience store.
Isn't it funny? That's what we all say.
Yeah.
When we dislike the product, but we admire the hustle. We all
hustle,
but we all just end up going, yeah, God bless him. Like I say that all the time with God, Insane Clown Posse. I mean, God bless them. They
God bless the hustle.
Like I'm just like, yeah, Slipknot. God bless them. They figured their thing. It's like, do I want to hear it? No.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be as generous if he wasn't from New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
So it's like a Jersey hustle. He found a Jersey hustle.
A Jersey hustle.
And he's working it. He's still working it. The fans are still there. They're getting old with him. Yeah. So it's becoming nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pure nostalgia. And if you're some schmuck coming off the street, you heard, hey, this is a funny movie. You go in there and try and watch this thing. It's so self-referential.
Yeah.
Some guy just coming off the street isn't going to understand any of it. But for the fanatics, they're loving it. They're every reference to the previous Clerks movies, they're going nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there stone-faced as usual. My friend is with me. I went with a friend.
Uh-huh.
And
not that maniac you do that podcast with.
Well, one of the guests we had on there from Bayonne.
Okay.
Jimmy from Bayonne.
Jimmy from Bayonne. You couldn't get Lance, whatever his name was. What's his name again?
Greg Wilson.
Greg Wilson.
He lives in Virginia. It would have been a.
What did he say? Did you tell him that the show was Egg Foo What, your hit podcast, your hit food podcast?
He's in his glory. I mean, his head is going to be so swollen now. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm going to be able to handle him anymore.
Yeah, you're heading towards Feltdown territory with food. You have to call it the food down
Yeah.
when he gets when his head explodes.
So
So
here's the thing. Let's dip into
no,
what.
no. So
wanted-
you go to the movie with one of your Bayonne cohorts.
Yeah.
Was this friend of yours also Jimmy from Bayonne? It sounds like what? It sounds like I'm on Mike and the Mad Dog. Jimmy from Bayonne.
He was
You're on.
the photographer, the paparazzi who.
Oh,
was
that's
on
right. He's a
that
nice guy.
show.
But it's like,
Man.
yeah, Jimmy from Bayonne. You're on. Yeah. Hey, dog. I gotta say, I really think that the Yankees could go all the way this year. That's what. So you and Jimmy from Bayonne go to Red Bank.
Yeah.
With your 2 seats. Do you have assigned seats or it's a movie theater style?
Well, here's the thing. He's Ticketmaster has this dynamic seating policy now. So it's, like the Springsteen thing,
Yeah.
So Kevin Smith has got that going on. He's selling tickets for 10 times a normal movie ticket price. So he's doing maybe better than Springsteen with this thing.
Well, because it's a movie, he doesn't even have to do anything.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody else paid for it. They made it already.
Yeah.
How much was a ticket?
I'm too ashamed to disclose it on the show.
Well, if you said 10 times as much, was it $120?
I'll tell you this. They had a VIP option, which I didn't go for.
Mm-hmm.
So on top of your ticket price, it was $125 more to get a photo op, a lanyard, and a signed copy of the script. The Clerks 3.
Mm-hmm. That's what the
that's gonna be
VIPs
worth
got.
A lot of money.
So the VIPs got a VIP's got a signed copy of the script, and the people who didn't get the VIP thing got 2 signed copies of the script. That's my favorite. Yeah. That's my favorite joke structure for anything ever. Is my car got broken into. I had 2 tickets to go see Clerks 3 in my car. My car got broken into. I came back. There were 4 tickets to Clerks 3 in my car. So
here's the thing, Tom. I almost didn't get in. I had a senior moment where, Ticketmaster doesn't even give you the option to will call anymore. I used to like will call.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about tickets. You
just
you're
go to the box stuff out.
You're in. That's gone. So I got the tickets from Ticketmaster, and then they have like this thing called a transfer. So I know, I got to get these tickets on my phone. I'm I know I have to live this way now.
Yeah. Welcome.
And
welcome.
But what I didn't know, when I get like 15 minutes before I leave, I'm looking for the tickets on my phone. I can't find the app. I stuck them in, so I'm having a little bit of a panic. So I get the order number. I write that down. I've got my ticket order number.
This is great.
I did have that.
This is great.
Go to the box office. I give them the ticket order number. They look it up. They say, "Oh, well, you transferred the tickets, so we can't do anything." And I'm like, "Wait a second. You can see that I transferred the tickets.
Yeah.
But somehow that means I can't get into the show." I mean, so it became this standoff. So now I'm like, in the box office lobby looking for my tickets. Who comes in? Brian O'Halloran. He's having problems. He's the star of the movie. Yeah. He's having problems.
Now Brian O'Halloran is which one? The one with the goatee?
Dante.
With the goatee.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to get tickets for the thing. I don't know what's going on. I got tickets. I'm supposed to have tickets for the thing. I'm in the movie. I'm the star of the movie.
37. Yeah, that guy.
37. Yeah. Any reference to anything from? Well, there. Thanks for zooming in on that. By all means, I didn't get enough of that weird photoshopped beard. He looks like he's in a Buster Keaton movie with that amount of. He's like Randy Rainbow with the amount of
he looked a little different in the lobby of the box office.
Yeah, I mean, so go ahead. You go into the lobby. You're trying to get in. Do they eventually just go, fine, just go in?
No. They literally told me that I have to call Ticketmaster.
Oh my
That
God.
that's how helpful they were. Like
So now you're
somehow
on
I
the
was going
phone
to get Ticketmaster on the phone and
Yeah.
hand them the phone.
Yeah.
These people were the least helpful people I've ever dealt with anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you know what? I found the stupid tickets. I had it in a different app I wasn't aware of.
Mm-hmm.
And we get in. I'll say this about Kevin Smith. I'm not going to be all negative. He's become a good public speaker from doing these events.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good public speaker. He told a good, nice little story about Bruce Springsteen. He's trying to keep it Jersey based.
Mm-hmm.
After the movie, he did a Q&A. He told a nice story about George Carlin, some interaction he had with him. He's become a good public speaker.
Yeah.
The downside was
why is it called Clerks 3 when there are 2 clerks? Is there a third clerk? How is it Clerks? And why do you drive on the parkway but park in a driveway?
Yeah.
So he tells a Bruce Springsteen story, he tells a George Carlin story.
Yeah.
Before the movie?
Well, he told the Springsteen story before.
Mm-hmm.
Then afterwards, he had a Q&A, and he told a few more stories. The Q&A was a bit of a disaster because then he's got to talk to his fans. And some of these fans, there was one woman, I mean, God bless her.
God bless her again. God bless her. Apparently we only bless people that we think are just disasters.
Tiresome.
Yeah, tiresome, annoying. We're just apparently we give them the highest thing, God blessing them. Like, we don't say God bless people like, oh, this guy was a nice guy, he did a thing. So he's just like, this person was a total pain, really driving me up the wall. But you know what? God bless him. I don't know what to say. Like,
they handed this woman a mic, and she's got sheets of paper in her hand. I'm like, oh no. And the first thing she does is sort of, it's kind of like she busted his balls for rambling on too much, which caught the audience off guard, I think. And then she starts to ramble on.
Huh.
She had this
now they're
prepared
gunning
statement.
Now they're gunning for her, right?
Well, yeah.
Was there rumbling?
So, not known for his rambling. He's got that verbal tech, where he adds those 2 words at the end of every sentence.
Yeah, and S.
And S, yeah.
Yeah.
That's been going on for years now.
Yeah.
I don't know. He can't lose it. But anyway, I saw the opportunity. I bolt for the bathroom.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you got up to ask a question.
No. Well, I thought about it because the microphone was literally right next to my aisle.
Yeah.
But then I turn around, I see there's like 20 people. I guess they started lining up before the movie ended.
Yeah, they probably line up halfway through the movie.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna wait on mine.
Mm-hmm.
But I bolted, with 100 other people when this woman started reading her statement.
Mm-hmm.
Then another guy gets up and he tells this story. Another, a fantastic story about how he was in a airport in Philadelphia with his buddy Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw a woman who looked like Katie Morgan, the adult film star who was in one of Zack and Miri.
Oh, she was in Zack and Miri. Yeah, she's one of the stable
everybody
of
remembers
actors.
That movie.
She's in the Askewniverse, the View Askewniverse.
So he goes up, he goes up to this woman and he says to her, "Has anybody ever told you look like Katie Morgan?" And she said, "Yes." And then his great follow-up question, "Are you Katie Morgan?" And she said, "Yes."
So the woman asking all the questions was Katie Morgan.
No, that was a different woman.
Oh, there's a different one. So Katie Morgan. Yeah. Okay, so it's a real. All the stars were out that night in Red Bank. Yeah. Brian O'Halloran, Katie Morgan.
No, Katie Morgan wasn't there.
No. Okay, was
her spirit was there.
Was what's his face there? Snoochie Boochies.
Randall.
What's his face? Snoochie Boochies.
No, he wasn't there.
He wasn't.
That was sort of a surprise. I thought he'd be there.
Mm-hmm. Was the other guy Jeff Anderson there?
No, he wasn't there either.
So the wattage was a little low on this event. It's Brian O'Halloran and a Katie Morgan look-alike, and Kevin Smith and S. And you're the third. You get third billing on that. The guy from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
No, Veronica was there.
Veronica.
She's in the movie as well. She was in the original Clerks.
Okay. Oh, okay.
She was Dante's girlfriend
sure.
who was being cheated on.
Yeah. So Mike, star rating for the movie out of 5 stars. What do you give Clerks 3?
I gave it 2 stars.
2?
2, yeah.
That's very generous for you. Suddenly this guy's flashing stars around like comes to my book. He's getting a little tight with the stars. Clerks 2, he gives it 2 stars to. That's 1.5 away from what you gave my book.
2 is poor. 2 is poor for me.
Right.
Again, maybe it's the jersey. I give him credit for the hustle.
Sure,
that he's still out there doing it.
Did you laugh at any point? Did you laugh at any point?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Zero laughs.
And then I'm saying, well, what's wrong with me? Is there something that's died inside? So I go back. I go home. I actually watched the original Clerks.
Yeah.
Which I haven't watched since 1995 when it came out on video.
Yeah.
And again, it's just, I'm watching this. It's like, this is behavior of no human who has ever lived. The movie starts off with him sleeping in a closet and the bed's right there. I don't, this
never happened.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
You just sort of go through the movie and you're like, oh, is this funny? But it is to some people. That's the amazing thing. The audience was ripping and roaring.
So they were having the time of their lives.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there in the theater, stone-faced, while there's people on either side of you slapping their knees and
pretty much. I was
screaming
in
and
the 5th row.
Yeah.
I was with the diehards.
Did Kevin see you?
No.
Hey, it's AP Mike and S. What's up, AP Mike? As the guy who had me calling an effing radio show and S. And yeah, not cool, bro. Not cool, bro. You can eat my jorts. Was he wearing jorts?
He had the jorts on. They were a slimmer cut.
Did they sell jorts in the lobby?
They weren't as billowy as usual.
No. Did he have the hockey jersey on?
No, he had what was the top half of a 3-piece suit.
So he was dressed in that,
including a vest.
So he was dressed formally up top, and jorts down on the lower half.
And, what are the sneakers?
So he had jorts on, and he was dressed formal wear up top, as if he was like a news anchor. You'd be like, wow, he's dressed up. You don't realize he has jorts on. They don't sell jorts there, do they? Like in the lobby?
There wasn't a merch table, but that would have been fantastic, though.
Yeah, jorts.
I mean, the store is like a couple blocks away, so I guess it would have been extreme to set up a merch table.
I wonder if they sell jorts at his store. So let me see if I can guess a few things, and just keep it vague, but let me see if I can guess.
Okay.
Here's a couple details. Are there surprise cameos in the movie where they clearly only got the person for 3 hours?
Check.
Check. More than one?
Oh, yes. Many.
Are two of those
here's a cliffhanger for you. Even someone who's been on the best show.
Even someone who's been on the best show.
Yeah.
Well, you really stumped me now on that one.
Yeah.
Who? Don't say.
His name begins with an S.
All right, I'll figure that out.
He's part of a comedy troupe.
Part of a comedy troupe.
From Staten Island.
Oh my God.
You got them all.
You got them all. Okay, they got them. Okay,
Yeah.
Of course they did, because of what's his face with the other thing.
Yeah.
The one guy. So is Steve Dave in the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
One of your favorites?
One of my favorites. There's no way the comic book men are not in this movie. They're in the movie.
Yes.
Of course they are. That one bearded, the Alan, looks like Alan White or whatever his name is. What's the guy? Alan, who's the comic book writer? Alan Moore.
Oh yeah, Alan
One guy looks like Alan Moore. Jersey Alan Moore. Jam. Does anyone, I'm going to say this. Is there death in the movie?
Yes.
Mm.
This movie, this is a direction. I guess you saw inklings of this in the reboot, which was the sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, which I completely forgot I had seen before.
So now
that's how memorable that movie was.
So let me just get this straight, Mike. Now these Kevin Smith movies are just about these characters making movies about each other.
Yeah. And getting old.
It seems because Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back was about them making a movie.
Yeah.
The reboot was about a movie.
Yeah.
And now this one is about making a movie.
Yes. It is so far up. I mean, you know.
So he only makes movies about characters making movies about movies.
And I thought about this after the movie. I'm like, if he had any imagination, after Clerks, he could have just done Clerks in different businesses.
Yeah.
It could have been funny. A pizza joint, a liquor store, give us a little glimpse of what life is like in these different businesses.
Huh.
That could have been interesting and funny.
Put him at an enterprise rental.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And you get all your
beat this thing into the ground.
You do it at Mike, how about this? You and I make a movie about an enterprise Clerks enterprise rental. Then you get all your dirty stuff. And Zach and Miri is about making a movie.
Yeah.
Every movie's about making a movie.
Yeah.
Was he Truffaut?
He's
Truffaut, F-A-U-X.
I've never seen the Walrus movie, but guess what? There's going to be a sequel
to the Walrus movie.
Mallrats 2 is on the way. Get ready.
He said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to see how little Ben Affleck is in it. At some point, Ben Affleck is just going to go, we're even now. We're even. He's just going to go, the Chasing Amy. Yeah, you gave me a shot to be the lead in the movie. I've done 14 cameos right now. We're even. I'm sitting this one out. So, yeah, I'm terrified of this.
Yeah, I mean, people were getting up. There are more than one tear-jerking moments.
And people were crying.
People online and on Twitter are saying they were emotional.
Mm-hmm.
People were crying. These characters mean a lot to some people.
Yeah.
And it's, so they're going through the whole trip with him.
Yeah.
And I'm there completely perplexed. Still, all these years later, I don't get it. I'm trying.
Well, I'm going to say this, Mike. This is your Grateful Dead. Kevin Smith is your Grateful Dead.
You know what? I think that's a fair comparison.
You try and you try, and they do. He does nothing but caters to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
He gives them exactly what they want, the way the Grateful Dead did for their fans.
Oh yeah,
gave them exactly what they wanted.
Uh-huh.
Please the fan base up, down, every which way. And when you can't get into it, you can't get in. There is no in. Actually, you are in. You like it on some level. Just like I like the Grateful Dead on some weird level. I like the fact that they exist. I don't like the product. I like that they exist. And this is your Grateful Dead right now. Kevin Smith is your Jerry Garcia. And that means that Snoochie Boochies is your Bob Weir. That means Brian O'Halloran is the Phil Zone. That means Jeff, the other one, Jeff Anderson. That means he's Brett Midland, right?
Well, no, he's one of the originals. So I mean,
yeah, so he would be.
He's got to be Bob Weir or
well,
Jerry.
who else would he be then? He'd be Kreutzmann.
Okay,
he's Kreutzmann.
Kreutzmann. Yeah,
and Rosario Dawson is and the other guy that's the new Keith and Donna Gottschalk.
Rosario Dawson apparently died in the last movie, and I didn't even remember that. So she's a ghost in the new movie.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds you just sold one ticket to the movie. One for Clerks 3, please.
Yeah.
No, I'm not wearing an ankle bracelet. Mike.
Yeah.
How much did it cost to get into this thing?
No, I'll text it to you.
Oh, I'm just going to read it on the air. Don't text it to me. I'm just going to read it right on the second you text it to me. I'm reading it on the air.
No, it's
$120. Higher or lower?
It was slightly higher.
Yeah,
no, it's shameful. It's shameful, isn't it? It's shameful. It's shameful. I agree. I'm glad I gave you a good laugh. I'm crying inside. But I'm glad.
You paid $150 to see Clerks.
People pay more than that.
He got you.
No,
he got you on the biggest one on the way out. On the way out, he got more out of you than they ever got.
That's why I said I went back for a shellacking. I got shellacked.
He's like, what if I squeeze $150 out of this guy on the way out the door?
And my friend's with me, and we're sort of lingering afterwards. And he wants to like ante up for the VIP treatment.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way. It's like I'm done.
What are you gonna?
I'm not ponying up. I didn't know it was $125 more.
VIP.
I knew it was more money. Yeah. No, I didn't.
This guy got you on the way out. He got you.
Yeah.
You did.
He got me.
When you saw Clerks 1, you rented it. $4 you paid for that. Clerks 2, you bought a ticket to see it in the theater. $11.
Yeah.
Clerks 3, $150.
They're giving Springsteen the business, and here's Kevin Smith. He's working the same angle.
Mike, God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you. He got you.
No, he did.
He got you, but good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take two more calls, and I got to get out of here. Mike, what an amazing story.